WrestleMania 41 was supposed to be the culmination of all those years of hard work. After all the ups and downs, all roads pointed to the one location I'd always dreamed of, the main event of WrestleMania. My victories over Drew and Seth had shown that I was still at the top of my game. After I eliminated both Roman and Rollins at the 2025 Royal Rumble, I soon found myself tossed over and thrown to the floor. And that allowed Rollins to release all his frustrations, taking Roman out with a stomp, attacking me, and punctuating the whole mess with another stomp on Roman. So when Heyman announced that the three of us would meet in the main event of the first night of WrestleMania 41, that's when I struck. I used my earned favor from Survivor Series to request Heyman be in my corner that night. This infuriated Roman Reigns, who would not listen to reason, insistent that Heyman had turned his back on his tribal chief. And in all the madness, Roman and I both lost sight. We never thought that night would end the way it did.
Oh, no!
Heyman betraying both of us.
Oh, my God! What the hell did we just witness?
I can't think of a better candidate for slingshot tech to address. It took my whole career to get to that main event. So let's go back to WrestleMania 41 and get me the win that I was well on my way to earning. Let's destroy the architect's plans. Let's show the Oracle that he doesn't see all. And let's force Roman Reigns to acknowledge us.
It's a clash of the Titans here at WrestleMania. The original tribal chief, the visionary, the best in the world in a triple threat match. Punk has waited a long time for this.
To main event the show of shows. And to make things better, he gets a chance to take down the two men who have been standing in his way since his return.
Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins think they run WWE. That this is their world that Punk has stepped into. But they've got plenty of history to work out between themselves too.
Looking to catch him off guard. Gives the shoulder up.
No harm in seeing if he can finish him off quick there. I'm sure a betting man would tell you the odds are against CM Punk here, against two younger competitors who have been on top in WWE for the past decade. However, that's when Punk does his best work, when he's back into a corner on the biggest stage possible.
Yeah, in a bad situation with the bright lights here at WrestleMania could just bring out the best in CM Punk. Fighting out, hammering away with punches to the face.
Absolutely impaled on that chair. I can't imagine they're okay after that. Going for that power slam, denied.
From behind into an inverted DDT. It always bothers me to be around Heyman, always leeching off other people's talents. In CM Punk's corner tonight, though, the question is, where does Paul's allegiance truly lie?
Well, I'll be the first to say I don't trust a word that comes out of the mouth of Paul Heyman. But perhaps for the first time in his entire life, he showed some true loyalty to one of the men who's brought him to the dance in WWE. A bond that goes way back, he and CM Punk.
Oh, he timed that counter well. Float over a Russian leg sweep. Absolutely no telling what's underneath the ring tonight.
If you're looking to cause quick, sharp damage, you can't go wrong with the kendo stick.
And Roman stepped 2 feet, and he goes for the pin. And easily kicks out of the count.
A bit surprising that didn't even get more than a 1 count.
And a well-timed counter.
Really a back suplex.
Drops the elbow down hard.
He gets into the ring.
And Takiri finds its mark. Going for a pin attempt.
He breaks up the pin attempt. And Punk gets countered there. CM Punk stopped that in its tracks.
Thumped with a big blow.
Reversal. And that turns things around.
CM Punk has had a non-stop grin since working out here. Remember, securing the main event of WrestleMania was never the goal. Winning in the main event of WrestleMania is. Punk fails to do that, and he'll always look back on this night with regret.
Paul Heyman did tell CM Punk,
Roman spear! Will Reigns finish things now?
into the pinfall for the victory.
Whoa! How do you even do that? Kicking out at one after a move like that?
It's not often we see the tribal chief held up at the 1-yard line. You have to think Roman will want to dial up that maneuver one more time.
And he manages to escape just in the nick of time.
And for Punk and Rollins, such a personal hatred between these two. Rollins has never forgotten the fact that Punk left the company. Badmouthed the company for many years while Rollins stayed here and played the soldier. When Punk came back to all the fanfare, it pissed Rollins off. Seth has a lot of animosity to take out.
I actually spoke to Rollins earlier. He said the only time CM Punk has improved the culture in WWE is when he cleared off for 10 years. Slips out of the way.
Now bringing the fight back into the ring.
A stomp to the gut turns things around.
Oh, getting smacked in the head with a chair.
And Roman, for the first time in a long time, having no one in his corner. Gotta wonder if that is affecting him.
Connected full force with the chair.
Talk about a hard landing. Flesh connecting painfully with hard steel. And the dents on the chair is proof.
What an axe handle. And remember, the reason that Rollins and Reigns are here, at least when they first arrived on the scene, was because of CM Punk. The Shield was built as a security force for CM Punk.
Come on, let's not make out like that is some accolade for CM Punk. They were brought in as security to protect CM Punk. It wasn't some selfless act by Punk, and both Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins know that.
Punk is claiming that he was the man to bring them both into the business, and he can't wait to be the man to take them both out of it.
Double underhook backbreaker.
And CM Punk is leaving no breathing room here.
Rollins has no answer for Punk's well-aimed attacks.
Oof! Finds a straight shot to the gut to get out of trouble.
Takes it up high here. Ooh, right to the Roman for the win. Counter stopped. It's not over yet. Ah, jumping knee strike. Lights out.
Oh! Trying for that scoop slam, but drop behind and now inverted DDT. Roman! Will that close Punk out?
And a kick out. What on earth?
We have just witnessed next-level grit, resilience, and even more so, defiance. How do you stop that?
Roman has been denied. This is not something we're used to seeing, and by the looks of things, neither is Reigns.
And there's another focused attack to his head. Elbow drop.
This has been a hurricane of chaos. Rollins, Punk, Reigns, each struggling to prove their superiority.
Sent into the corner.
Put on the top rope. Something big's coming. Both superstars perched up high. Not from up there. Carolina from the top. That was awesome, Cole.
Here he comes, sliding back into the ring.
Crushing impact in the corner. And an elbow for good measure. The wear and tear on Punk must be turning his insides out at this point. And that core area really getting lit up.
Devastating neck breaker.
With the counter. Big clothesline. He's going up.
Look out! Completely missed the mark there.
Oh, my Lord. What contact.
Using the chair with no caution at all.
Uh-oh. Broken up with a fist to the face.
Mongolian chop.
Jeez, a painful-looking chop.
Wants to finish this.
Here we go. Cross. Body from the top. Ooh, snaps the leg across the head.
We knew this one was going to be good, but Reigns, Rollins, and Punk have outdone all expectations.
No, right under the chair.
Oh, my word. Rollins drops his opponent.
The stop connects.
Here sets the
Covers. Oh, my God, did you see that? Kick out at one.
I don't believe it. Incredible resilience on display.
How often do you see Seth Rollins come up that short, that close? He's got to be livid right about now. Lands the elbow.
Jeez, that's going to leave a mark.
On the outside.
And that failed to hit the mark. Seth left an opening.
And there's the Uranagi. Planted them. Roman Reigns ready to go. Superman punch. Oh, Roman Reigns about to pull the opponent away. No getting up from this.
Punk looking dominant now.
Oh, short on clothesline by Punk. German suplex. And he heads back into the ring. Heads outside the ring.
And no countouts means he can take his time.
The steel chair, a classic for very good reason.
This could be it. Shoulder up, shoulder up.
What a match.
Neckbreaker. Beautiful. Neckbreaker after the float over.
That's pretty.
He's got him getting ready.
Powerbomb position. But Rollins. Punk's got a problem here. Beautiful. Right into the cover.
Wow. And listen to this place. Laying up with a power slam.
And blow after blow being absorbed by the midsection.
That has to make breathing quite difficult.
Punk.
Uranagi by Punk. He turns it into the anaconda vice. Wrenching in the submission. He gets there and breaks the submission. Good technique reversing Rollins. Arm wringer.
But a good old-fashioned punch to the mouth breaks it.
Coming back from the outside now.
Connected hard with the calf kick.
Punk wasting no motion on the counter.
CM Punk lying in wait now, preparing to make...
And now Punk. Kick to the midsection of ring. is he going to betray?
You're missing the point, Cole. The visionary Seth freaking Rollins has once again pulled the ace out of his sleeve in Las Vegas.
Rollins with a head of steam. Big air. Stop. Hit on CM Punk. Not letting it happen.
He saw his window closing there.
Getting carried to a vulnerable position here. Lands face first.
He is locked in and has his opponent dead to rights.
Rollins.
Classic Rollins with a springboard knee strike. And now heading back inside the ring.
Looking to power their opponent up, but not strong enough. Backdrop out of there.
Neckbreaker and a float over.
That was pretty.
Thunderous applause for these competitors.
A wave of sound coming from every corner, and these superstars are more than deserving of it.
Rollins waiting in the corner. Here it comes.
And averting damage there.
Finds the mark.
Going for the cover. He might just have it.
He kicks out at 2.
Color me impressed. I have no idea how he managed to kick out at Rollins. Spear. That could end Rollins right now.
More than Punk or Seth could handle.
Here is your winner, Roman Reigns.
What a display of control and dominance from Roman Reigns in this triple threat.
Each of these 3 men believe they are the only one who can walk out here victorious. Roman Reigns to prove his dominance, Seth Rollins to prove his superiority, and CM Punk to prove he's still the best in the world.
Punk has claimed that for him this is just business. And taking Reigns and Rollins out at WrestleMania will get them out of his way so he can accomplish the things he returned to WWE to do. To win titles.
But Reigns and Rollins are not your average roadblocks. They're 2 of the biggest names in WWE for a reason. And they're not about to let CM Punk just have his way.
CM Punk, who burst onto the scene. CM Punk showed up at ECW, run by Paul Heyman, when he was only a Team AA takedown. Gonna stack them up here. Look at him.
He's really making this a fight now.
Hoisted up.
Oh, knees right to the gut.
Wow, springboard attack. Jumping neck breaker. Ouch. Look ringside now, guys. This manager's doing something very suspicious. Over neck breaker. Picture perfect. Beautiful. Neck breaker.
One wicked attack after another.
Saw it coming. It counters it. What impact. It always bothers me to be around Heyman, always leeching off other people's talents. In CM Punk's corner tonight, though, the question is, where does Paul's allegiance truly lie?
Well, I'll be the first to say I don't trust a word that comes out of the mouth of Paul Heyman. But perhaps for the first time in his entire life, he showed some true loyalty to one of the men who brought him to the dance in WWE. A bond that goes way back, he and CM Punk. But counted now into a clothesline. Oh my gosh!
Oh, what a club. Cover here. Is it enough? He stops the pin.
This isn't over yet.
Jumping neck breaker. Ouch. And Roman and Seth, two former allies, would make a lot of sense for them to team up with CM Punk tonight.
Yeah, I think it's way too late to strike that deal, Michael Cole. 10 years of animosity will eliminate all signs of trust between the two former Shield mates.
Remember, in many ways, the obsession by Reigns for Rollins last year cost Reigns the champion who goes for the cover. Stops the count before it, too.
I think he's still just getting warmed up.
Moonsault!
Hit that with everything and following it with the pin. Frankly, he should have known that wasn't enough.
Neckbreaker after the float over. That was pretty. Looking for something, anything under the ring.
Seth Rollins has found his favorite equalizer, a steel chair.
And for Punk and Rollins, such a personal hatred between these two. Rollins has never forgotten the fact that Punk left the company, badmouthed the company for many years while Rollins stayed here and played the soldier. When Punk came back to all the fanfare, it pissed Rollins off. Seth has a lot of animosity to take out.
I actually spoke to Rollins earlier. He said the only time CM Punk has improved the culture in WWE is when he cleared off for 10 years.
Neckbreaker. Picture perfect.
Rollins getting work done. So important to keep Seth from gaining any momentum.
My God! Did you hear that chair shot? Momentum is really on Punk's side.
Heavy work being done to Rollins right now. If you've got a weapon, use it. Why hold back?
And remember, the reason that Rollins and Reigns are here, at least when they first arrived on the scene, was because of CM Punk. The Shield was built as a security force for CM Punk.
Come on, Lesnar.
Under the chair.
Landing on that chair might have just rearranged some body parts.
From the top. Diving double axe handle. Seth Rollins. He quickly slides into the ring.
CM Punk doesn't know where he is.
Cover for the win. Oh, breaking it up. He's going for the pin. Forces the shoulder up after two.
He may not have too much left, but at least he had enough to kick out there.
Shining Wizard. And Punk finding himself on the wrong side of another exchange. Been coming to Punk from all angles tonight. Not so fast.
And his body has taken a lot of the punishment.
Knee right to the face.
Reigns is trying to pick his opponent apart physically and mentally.
And enters back into the ring.
Big time height on that kick.
He counters with a great reversal.
Roman with his opponent up in the air.
Reigns now losing ground.
A series of disabling maneuvers from Punk. Scrambling to get out of danger and manages it.
Russian leg sweep. That was a stiff shot with that kendo stick.
Solid bit of defense on his part there.
This is not about a championship. This is about pride and dignity and proving you're the best, perhaps, of a generation.
It's about ego and animosity. Take off! Crash landing!
Oh, Mongolian chop!
Those are folding chairs, but they can also fold you in half.
Oh, my!
A loving blow. Low blow. Hit on CM Punk.
Seth Rollins is your winner. The architect drew up Reigns and Punk's defeat perfectly.
Each of these three men believe they are the only one who can walk out of here victorious. Roman Reigns to prove his dominance. prove he's still the best in the world.
Punk has claimed that for him, this is just business. Taking Reigns and Rollins out at WrestleMania will get them out of his way so he can accomplish the things he returned to WWE to do, to win titles.
But Reigns and Rollins are not your average roadblocks. They're two of the biggest names in WWE for a reason. And they're not about to let CM Punk just have his way.
Oh, stop right to the hand. CM Punk who burst out of the scene. CM Punk showed up at ECW, run by Paul Heyman, when he was only a teenager, wanting to break into the business. He would get to the WWE developmental territory and become Heyman's best friend. Looking for the quick pin. And punch the shoulder up.
We'll need to get a little more to put this one away.
Oh, that'll shatter your chest. Taken to the floor, and he's got no worries about the count.
Right for the kendo stick, and the welts will quickly follow.
And that canceled out Reigns' offense.
God, that disturbing sound of the kendo snapping on flesh.
He is looking to do some serious harm. Single leg drop kick caught him. It always bothers me to be around Heyman, always leeching off other people's talents. In CM Punk's corner tonight, though, the question is, where does Paul's allegiance truly lie?
Well, I'll be the first to say I don't trust a word that comes out of the mouth of Paul Heyman. But perhaps for the first time in his entire life, he showed some true loyalty to one of the men who brought him to the dance in WWE. A bond that goes way back, he and CM Punk.
Gets the reversal. What a counter.
Ooh, neck breaker.
Oof.
Mounting their downed opponent and firing off a series of blows. And a stomp to the gut.
And Roman and Seth, two former allies, would make a lot of sense for them to team up with CM Punk tonight.
Yeah, I think it's way too late to strike that deal, Michael Cole. 10 years of animosity will eliminate all signs of trust between the two former Shield mates.
Remember, in many ways, the obsession by Reigns for Rollins last year cost Reigns the championship in the record reign.
The Punk would be quite happy if that obsession continues. It's clearly personal for Roman and Seth, but for Punk, tonight's just about business.
Seth Rollins just getting dismantled.
Rollins has no answer for Punk's well-aimed attacks.
CM Punk looking to show off his power game now. Butterfly backbreaker.
And for Punk and Rollins, such a personal hatred between these two. Rollins has never forgotten the fact that Punk left the company. Badmouthed the company for many years while Rollins stayed here and played the soldier. And when Punk came back to all the fanfare, it pissed Rollins off. Suffers a lot of animosity to take out.
I actually spoke to Rollins earlier. He said the only time CM Punk has improved the culture.
And he's going for the pin.
Doing whatever it takes to keep this one alive. Right to the kidneys from behind.
And Roman, for the first time in a long time, having no one in his corner. Gotta wonder if that is affecting him.
Huge kick connects. And remember, the reason that Rollins and Reigns are here, at least when they first arrived at the scene, was because of CM Punk. The Shield was built as a... And he re-enters into the ring. Ooh, he fends that off. Whipping lariat. And CM Punk's maintaining the advantage now.
Punk is determined right now.
Oh, shoulder to the gut.
Ooh, absolutely blasted there. And a well-placed calf kick there.
Placed him in the corner here.
Side headlock applied. Oh, and a right hand for good measure.
This is not about a championship. This is about pride and dignity and proving you're the best, perhaps, of a jet. Hit on CM Punk. He breaks the pin before a 1 count.
I'm just as shocked as everyone else, Cole. His opponent included.
Oh, my goodness. What a double-handed shot.
Roman Reigns just battering his opponent in the corner. Destroying, going
its mark.
He's climbing the turnbuckles to the top. Looking for something big here.
Stalking from above. Up high.
And now he gets
Spear.
That's going to keep Rollins down. Targeting the arm to great effect.
Reigns checking under the ring now. From the top. Diving double axe handle. And are you kidding me? He's going up again?
Stalking from above.
Launching. Body from the top. Fortune favors the bold. These risks could be a winning strategy.
Oh, did you hear the impact?
Oh, I think I felt that one.
Counter by CM Punk.
Bam! Well-placed calf kick.
Seth Rollins desperately needs to figure this out.
Rollins has to devise a new plan.
Telegraphed into a backdrop. Returning to the ring now.
Right to the kidneys from behind.
Could be thinking of something big here.
Rollins got surprised there.
Calf kick on the money.
Oh my God, what a kick.
Bullseye with the back fist.
Oh, look at this. Float over neck breaker.
Picture perfect.
Neck breaker.
And if all of that doesn't do the trick, then I have absolutely no idea what comes next. In fact, I'm actually quite terrified to even think about it.
Connecting on the DDT. Overwhelming offense now from Punk.
Punk is proving hard to deal with.
Picture perfect drop kick. And Punk finding himself on the wrong side of another exchange. It's been coming to Punk from all angles tonight. Oh, the physicality on display there. Unbelievable.
Absorbing all of that attack in the midsection.
He's heading back to the ring. Shot to the throat. Side headlock applied. Oh, and right hand.
Here's the cover. Does he have it? An ineffective pin.
Not even close. How far?
Rollins with a head of steam. Big air.
Oh, foot just stomping down.
Set up in the corner now.
Gonna have some Roman for the win. Kick out right away by Punk. Still going.
Punk peppering his opponent with attacks. Uranagi into the...
Oh, a couple of knees there. That'll get him out of it. Under the ropes and back into the ring.
And able to skirt around that attack.
This has been a hurricane of chaos. Rollins, Punk, Reigns, each struggling to prove their superiority. Grip by Rollins. Spear by Reigns. No coming back from Reigns after that.
What? Simply unreal. Potentially inhuman. Kicking out at one. How on earth?
And after all that, Roman Reigns still has an end to this battle.
Rollins perhaps going in for the kill.
Rollins with the stomp.
Reigns is in deep peril here.
Off the pin, preventing this match from ending. Oh, and he gets discarded out of the ring. And out. That pathetic Paul Heyman. He's a damn Judas. How many people is he going to betray?
You're missing the point.
Seth is down for the count. Digging deep.
just one final blow away from not kicking out next time.
Just power slam. Reigns now, opponent down, he's setting it up. Superman punch.
And he comes in under the...
Roman with his opponent down. We know what he's aiming for here. Oof, gets answered with a stiff.
Shoulders down. Is this it?
And he only stays down for a 1 count.
His resiliency on another level. This match on another level. I am truly at a loss for words here.
And he's leaving the ring for the moment.
Oh, strong knee connects.
We are getting up close and personal with this match. Hopefully it doesn't come any closer.
I don't know what they're looking for here.
Seth Rollins has found his favorite equalizer, a steel chair.
Crushing into the chair.
There's no way that...
What's he open to find down there?
The universal signal for extreme. The kendo stick has entered the fray.
What a display of strength. Coming down on the chair.
Once again, that is not what chairs were created for.
He's got it down. Here we go. Punk has beaten the odds. Has defeated both Reigns and Rollins.
Here is your winner, CM Punk.
Now that's more like it. Standing triumphant at WrestleMania 41 thanks to you. Something I really like about this slingshot technology is I'm not restricted to only my matches. I have the power to jump into the boots of other superstars and change the course of their career too. And I can think of no better choice than the main event of 1997 Survivor Series. That's right, the infamous night that saw Bret Hart defend his championship against Shawn Michaels. They had so many epic battles, but after a particularly painful loss to Michaels at WrestleMania 12, Bret would take a sabbatical from WWE, eventually returning late in 1996. By the spring of 1997, things were much different than WWE. Bret and his family had reformed a bigger and better Hart Foundation, while Shawn and his friends created DX.
Are you ready?
The two groups despised each other, and after months of chaos, it all led to Survivor Series. And it was on that night that Shawn would steal the championship and send Bret Hart packing to WCW in an event known as the Montreal Screwjob. It's no secret that I'm a Bret Hart fan, and I consider him one of the greatest of all time. So let's hop into Bret's boots and take on Shawn Michaels in his prime, something I never got to do. The plan is simple. Avoid the sharpshooter, and we'll be okay. But if Shawn can apply the hold, we know exactly what is going to happen. Slingshot Tech, take us to the 1997 Survivor Series in Montreal.
The following contest.
The WWE Championship, one of the most highly contested titles.
This has been one of the most heated rivalries we've ever seen. Bret and Shawn are just so diametrically opposite. I don't think there's any way they could ever coexist peacefully.
It's really a matter of pride versus arrogance, and each of them are guilty of both. You can literally feel how much tension there is in the air here in Montreal.
It's been rumored that if he loses here tonight, this might be Bret's last match in the WWE. That just adds to how much is on the line here.
Every shot these two throw at each other tonight is being delivered with such venom, such disdain.
From that's to be expected the way these two have been exchanging verbal jabs at each each other for a long time now.
I can only put it this way. The words Brett and Sean use for each other are not suitable for children to hear.
To be honest, they're not suitable at a bar either, Wade.
Oh, no, not at all. You'll have quite the ruckus at the pub using the names Brett and Sean have called each other.
Oh! Brett deciding to take things to the outside now.
I can't think of two men who are more equally matched than Sean and Brett. This has been an absolutely incredible year for both of them, possibly the pinnacle of both of their careers.
It'll be interesting to see what the deciding factor in this match is. Right now, you have to think this is all about surviving here at Survivor Series.
Bobby.
And Michaels, of course, has done nothing to endear himself to this Montreal crowd. In fact, Michaels and his D-Generation X posse have been nothing but juvenile to everyone they've encountered.
Well, delinquency is in the eye of the beholder, Michael Cole. You might not like that kids are getting detention mimicking DX, but you can't deny they've struck a nerve through every arena we visit. Oh, this is just too far. Get some control in there. That was something that never looks pretty, but is always effective.
Hitman has him in his grasp. DDT! There goes Hart back to the ring.
He wants this fight on the outside.
His Canadian biased crowd continues to let Shawn Michaels know what they think about him. A very hostile environment for HBK.
Yeah, and Sean has never done himself any favors towards changing their opinion either. At least we can say Michaels isn't prejudiced to who he insults. If you have a pulse, you're fair game.
Gets out of the ring. What's going to happen now?
Bam!
Ooh, brutal body shot. Double underhook applied.
Butterfly suplex.
And we all know how good these two men are in the ring. You can argue two of the best to ever do it. But tonight, I don't think either man cares about showing off technical skill. These two just want to fight.
When it's gotten to this level, when it has become so personal, there is nothing else to expect. All that is left is a down and dirty fight between two guys that hate each other's guts. Brett avoids impact.
Grabs a hold of HBK.
Oh, belly-to-belly throw.
And the Hitman continues to deliver irreparable damage onto Michaels.
Spiked by that DDT.
HBK in real danger here.
HBK is struggling to meet the excellence of execution.
Moving into the ring. Heading out, but needs to be aware of the referee's count.
Oh, HB Shizzle, not above some mind games, it appears.
Sent right into the corner. Monkey flip. And something Brett has to know is all the attributes Shawn possesses, Michaels might have more cardiovascular conditioning here. Michaels is insanely resilient. Remember what Michaels did, Corey, in St. Louis just a month ago. Against The Undertaker in Hell in a Cell. He used every attribute to survive that encounter.
I've never seen a match more unholy than that Hell in a Cell match. HBK might not be surrounded by steel tonight, but I think the test in front of him is even greater. Michaels is going to need everything in him to survive at the Survivor Series.
Counters to gain the advantage. Oh, clothesline! Figure 4. Leg lock. All kinds of pressure and pain. And wait a second. Interesting turn of events here.
Yeah, he just released the hold, and I'm racking my brain wondering why.
And Bret gets countered. And if Bret Hart isolates the leg and feels the advantage in the legs, Wade, he won't go anywhere else.
You're right, because all that's in the back of his mind is the sharpshooter. It's that precise breakdown of his target that has made the Hitman who he is.
Looks like he's coming back in. Oh, wiped out with the crossbody. All on the apron, lifting it up into the ring. Bam! Suplex. This personal rivalry goes so far back, you can see the seeds of it when they were both tag team competitors, part of the Hart Foundation and the Rockers. Each man becoming breakout stars and leaders of a new generation in WWE. Up until that point, it was professional, but recent years and the weight of carrying the industry have changed these men.
The turning point was WrestleMania, Cole, when Bret was screwed out of the title in that Iron Man match. If the score is tied at the buzzer, it is a draw, and the title should have remained with Bret.
Well, it certainly felt like we were all learning the rules as it happened that night, but tonight the rules are very clear in this match, so I highly doubt we'll see any kind of screwy finish tonight.
Oh, what a response.
And into the corner he goes.
Ring post figure 4 by Bret Hart.
Bret's bent on destroying HBK with moves like that.
Slides under the rope. Back into the ring. Retaliation from the Hitman. And to speak on the elephant in the room, yes, there's been a lot of speculation that if Bret Hart loses this match, this will be his last match in WWE.
Yeah, I tried to get a word from the Hitman earlier today about the rumors, but I was quickly escorted away by his Hart Foundation brethren.
It's a rumor cloud that hangs above the collective minds of this capacity crowd. Such an anxious feeling inside this arena.
This match has gone above and beyond anything anyone expected tonight.
Neither Shawn nor Bret look like they're going to relent to the other. This has been more about punishing each other than winning the title.
There's press! There's press!
Brutality.
Telegraphed that one and delivers a blow to the gut.
He's tied up.
Getting muscled up for a vertical suplex. Oh, nimbly landing behind and
Into a chop block.
barbaric clubbing blow. Just clubbing down.
the knee with purpose.
Well placed. Elbow drop.
And now the Hitman is dissecting the opposition.
Hitman proving he's done his homework on HBK right here.
Wow, taken down hard with that Russian leg sweep.
Oh, right to the gut.
Swapping some big-time swings here. This is more like a barroom brawl between these two.
The fight is on, and it's furious.
Clearly now being fueled by a righteous fury, and this bloodthirsty crowd is loving it. Boom! Kick.
And now propped up in the corner.
Sent for a ride with the... monkey flip.
Brett lining him up from the top turnbuckle.
From above.
And Brett on the top rope and the referee now.
Landing the crossbody.
The Hitman looking to cinch it in. Here it comes. The sharp makes it to the ropes, and the hold must be broken.
Title in the balance with the pin.
Brett retains the title.
Here is your winner and still WWE Champion, Bret Hitman Hart!
You can feel the uncertainty in the air already.
Yeah, who knows what Brett is going to do now?
A lot of questions still unanswered here.
Feels good to execute some long overdue showcase justice. Now, I'd like to switch gears, indulge myself a little, and use this technology to go up against 3 WWE legends that I've dreamed of competing against in a WWE ring. First up is a trip to the land of the extreme, ECW. When I first made it to WWE, I started on their ECW brand, but I always wondered how I do in the original ECW. Who would I face, you ask? Who is CM Punk's dream ECW opponent? And you know me, I aim high. And if I went to ECW and didn't call out the king of the deathmatch, the hardcore icon, if I didn't call out Cactus Jack to show me what extreme truly means, then what am I even doing here? The most violent of Mick Foley's alter egos, Cactus Jack tormented foes in the United States, Puerto Rico, Japan. Basically anywhere that had glass, barbed wire, and fire was a place he wanted to compete. But I'd want my match to be at Hardcore Heaven 1994, a show made famous when the fans threw so many chairs into the ring it covered both Cactus and Terry Funk as well.
Please do not throw chairs into the ring! Stop the chairs!
Cactus Jack was a master of the Falls Count Anywhere match. It allowed him to be at his very best, and that is exactly what I want here. Whether you take me into battle or side with Cactus, you need to know that you're going to be in for a fight. But proving yourself against CM Punk is just as valuable as proving yourself as CM Punk, so you win either way. And I get to live out my dream no matter what.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have no idea what we're going to see in this match. I just know that if either man has their way, we'll be seeing someone standing tall over a bloody foe.
Well, don't be so sure the winner won't be a bloody mess, too. Cactus Jack may be violence personified, but CM Punk didn't become the best in the world by shying away from getting his hands dirty when the situation calls for it. And in Falls Count Anywhere, you best believe the situation definitely calls for it.
Managing to evade a precarious position there. Connects with a crushing elbow drop. Punk now locks in that double underhook. Hoisted up. Double underhook backbreaker.
Even though Cactus Jack and CM Punk have never faced off in the ring, Punk has had confrontations with Mick Foley in the past. In 2012, Punk brutally attacked Mick backstage.
And that attack almost led to a Survivor Series match where Punk and Foley would have served as team captains. But as they say so often, cards subject to change. Double leg takedown and trying for a quick pick. Oh, flipping the leverage. What a reversal.
A great counter and a cover. Oh, wait a minute. Turns the leverage for a pin of their own. Hold on. Trying to steal one here. And a kick out.
Clearly not enough damage done.
Punk now locks in that double underhook. Hoisted up and backbreaker.
A Falls Count Anywhere match certainly lends itself to extreme activity. There are no rules that govern how you score said pinfall or submission. We both know Punk and Jack are certainly able to get extreme.
Both men have strong ties to the birthplace of extreme, ECW. CM Punk began his career in WWE as part of the ECW brand, with multiple ECW title reigns to his name. Cactus Jack put the company on the map during its infancy and became a multi-time tag team champion during ECW's heyday.
It's once again an ECW original versus some new blood. Let's see which side prevails this time. And things backstage are getting quickly out of hand.
Oh, they're done playing nice. They've got some serious aggression that needs to be worked out, and this just might be the best way to do it.
Caught that and reversed it.
Oh, rocking the jaw. A razor-sharp chop there. CM Punk with a quick movement. Uranagi connects. He's not done there. He's locked in the Anaconda vice grip.
He's in excruciating pain. Couple of knees there. That'll get him out of it. Got them off their feet here. And the fighting back gets them out of a precarious position. He's able to reverse it.
Stopped with a stiff back elbow. Oh, just completely rattling the jaw.
Oh, smacked by the back fist. Back fist to the mush.
Connected hard with the calf kick.
Bam! Well-placed calf kick.
Huge kick connects.
Oh, man. Cactus Jack looking worse for wear.
CM Punk playing to the crowd now. Cactus Jack has nothing but mayhem in mind for his opponent.
Cactus on the receiving end. What a hit from Jack.
Neater on the rocks.
An elbow will break that up.
Oh, simply devastating.
Shining Wizard!
Just remember that attacks to the head like that can build up quickly.
Counter by CM Punk. What happens next is anyone's guess.
I can't wait to see. Jack already inflicting offense on Punk. We know Cactus is only getting started.
With them fighting on the stage like this, there's no way this is going to end well.
Understatement of the year. Fighting on the stage only leads to disaster, believe me.
He'll make his way to the ring. Oh, God. Piercing chop. Heading to the top turnbuckle now.
Wants to finish this.
Blast off!
Crash landing. Oh, Jack caught by the counter.
Incoming! Oh, he misses the mark.
Doing whatever it takes. Showing Punk the door here.
He's out of the ring. What does he have in mind now?
Hoisted up. Incredible power slam.
CM Punk stopped that in its tracks. And here he is, heading back into the ring. And Jack has lifted the ring apron, looking for something.
And we know when he has a chair in hand, things get messy in a hurry.
Climbing to the top. What's he thinking? Boom! Snaps the leg across the head. High rent district for CM Punk.
From above!
Flying.
Body from the top.
Boom! Heading up to the top turnbuckle.
To the sky.
Body on body. Again? He's making...
Lift off.
Oh, what a splash!
Consecutive high-risk maneuvers, and the pace of this match has certainly picked up.
Ugly looking right to the face creates the separation. Big back body drop.
What elevation.
Violent artistry, courtesy of Cactus Jack and CM Punk. That's what this bloodthirsty crowd clearly wanted. And now that is exactly what they are getting. At both of these men's expenses, physically and mentally.
Boom! Read that one. Oh, he cuts it off.
CM Punk now connects with a Uranagi and textbook CM.
He lets his opponent out of the submission.
Yeah, but who knows what damage has been done. Gets driven into the corner.
Counters on counters, technical prowess on display.
Beautiful swinging neck breaker.
A scramble in the corner now. CM Punk climbing the ropes. Cooking up something, looking for something big here to put this one away. Oh my! The plunge! Is it the finishing touch Punk needs?
2. Good Lord. CM Punk just defeated Cactus Jack in the ECW arena.
Here is your winner, CM.
Oh man, that was wild. The results don't even matter when you're in the ring facing legends in matches you never thought possible. A win, a loss, come on. It's about the moment here, and what a moment that was. Now that I got my ECW experience taken care of, I have my sights set on a man that many consider my dream opponent. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Despite our glaring differences, there's a lot of similarities between us. Give us a microphone and watch us captivate the audience.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.
We do not back down from anybody, always ready to fight. Talking trash on an Attitude Era Raw against a prime rattlesnake simply wasn't in the cards for my career, but at least with slingshot technology, I can make this match happen. All the respect in the world to Steve and every single achievement in his career, but trust that I'm going to bring the fight to him in a no-holds-barred match the second the bell rings. Austin wants to brawl all over the place? He wants weapons? Sounds good to me. Hell, I'm all for it after that fight with Cactus Jack. I've even got a special place in mind. A special arena in Chicago where we can have this all take place. Are you going to back me up and try to take down Stone Cold? Or do you think Steve Austin has my number? No matter what you choose, I'm going to do my best to take the head off the snake.
Son, you're looking at the best there is.
Stone Cold Steve Austin and CM Punk are two of the most defiant and anti-authority, rebellious, irritable men we've ever had the pleasure of watching in the ring. But tonight, we find out who is the toughest SOB of them all.
Yeah, a lot of common ground between these two. Surely a lot of mutual respect and admiration, but Austin and Punk couldn't help but ask themselves, who's the better man? Bell to bell.
And now we get the privilege of watching them work out the answer here in the ring in what promises to be a chaotic, no-holds-barred match.
What's something Punk has to really take into consideration facing off against old Stone Cold?
Punk has to realize that he can't count as much on his toughness here tonight as usual. Punk's a resilient guy, but Austin's offense can stop anyone dead in their tracks and have them begging for mercy. Punk might want to stay elusive and give Stone Cold a runaround. When chatting with CM Punk, Stone Cold Steve Austin said there's no quote-unquote time shift that Punk can take to put himself back in the Attitude Era. But right now, he's facing perhaps the best of that era, and Austin is in the best shape of his life for this battle.
I question the Stone Cold's usage of the time travel terminology, but there's no denying that he knows how to brawl, how to fight with attitude. If Punk can overcome Austin in a no-holds-barred scenario, there will be no doubt that Punk can rule over any era in WWE. He has hold of... He's able to dodge that one in time.
Punk staying the course, keeping up the fight, inching ever closer to taking down Austin.
Punk wasting no motion on the counter. When asked about the locker room of Punk's prime, Steve Austin was a bit dismissive, saying he'd only need one or two moves to beat him. As to the top talent like Punk and John Cena, it would take, quote, 3 or 4.
Well, I'm sure Austin meant to include me in the latter group, but all that aside, the rattlesnake is veering into overconfidence with a comment like that. Could a legend like Austin beat most competitors handily? Yes. But to think he's also an echelon above first ballot Hall of Famers like Punk and Cena is a surefire way to be caught by surprise and suffer an embarrassing loss.
Oh, what a clubbing blow. Something we've discussed before is that Punk represents the best of the modern era, and Austin the best of the Attitude Era. Both men have proven they can hang with the other's contemporaries.
You're right about that, Cole. Who can forget when Austin came out of retirement and defeated Kevin Owens in a main event?
Punk's had enough. He's look.
Oh, saw it coming and got an elbow for that trouble. Shoved into the ropes and attacking the lower back.
And he's a step ahead of Austin. He gets into the ring. When asked about facing CM Punk, Austin claimed that he would push and prod to get the best out of Punk, to give Punk an even bigger mean streak than ever.
I'm not not so sure that's humanly possible given the depths we've seen Punk sink to in order to secure a win, but I do not doubt the words of the Rattlesnake. When you're in the ring against Austin, you have to be at your best.
Uh-oh, sweet dreams coming. The Ghost. Leap GTS from Punk.
Now, CM Punk needs to end this.
Oh, what a stunner.
That'll just as devastating as what he's opponent does.
Amazing! Proving he can survive his own best shot.
Triangle armbar. Triangles in. Triangles in. Stone Cold. They cap out. How embarrassing this would be.
Can the Rattlesnake survive this pain? And he's tapping. He had to tap. He had no choice.
Here is your winner, CM Punk!
CM Punk, the best in the world, has stopped the Texas Rattlesnake.
But Austin did not go quietly. This was a no-holds-barred battle to remember. An iconic throwdown between two unruly troublemakers.
And we loved every second of it. Congratulations to CM Punk.
I have one last personal dream match that I'd like to make happen. And since I'm the one controlling the fancy fantasy time travel computer today, it's exactly what we're gonna do. He dominated the cruiserweight scene in WCW, then joined WWE, where he captured European, Intercontinental, and Tag Team Championships in short order. Eddie Guerrero was pure magic in the ring. And while I was still on the indie circuit, I watched Eddie return to WWE using his Latino heat to do the unthinkable, capture the WWE Championship.
Eddie to the top rope. Frog splash! Frog splash!
Lying, cheating, and stealing his way to the top was the only way Eddie knew how to get things done, and the fans loved him for it. I always hoped that when the day came that I signed with WWE, I'd have the opportunity to perform with Eddie once again. But for now, we'll let Slingshot Tech make the impossible possible. Just like my matches against Cactus Jack and Stone Cold, who you choose is on you. No matter who you choose and no matter what happens in the ring, we're still cool. And Eddie Guerrero will forever be loved and missed. Viva la raza, my friend.
Two of the biggest personalities in WWE. Colliding here tonight in Chicago. This might be the biggest match of the year.
You can tell there's a lot of respect between Punk and Eddie. Punk idolized Eddie as a teenager, and then the two crossed paths before Punk joined WWE. But even with that mutual respect, I expect the rules to be tested tonight.
Oh, we know Eddie will do that, and Punk has shown he'll adapt when necessary. But at the end of the night in Chicago,
From way up, double axe handle connects. Going straight to the top turnbuckle.
stalking from above.
Up high. Wow, cross body.
Showing no fear, going to the high-rent district back-to-back like that. Two men that are the epitome of resilience. Punk and Eddie always fight with everything until that final bell.
This is going to be as much a psychological match as it is a physical one. I'm sure Eddie is looking to lie, cheat, and steal his way to victory here. But I can guarantee...
And a boot to the leg takes their opponent down. Now twisting them up like a pretzel. Pin attempt.
Early kick out, referee right on top of the action.
I suppose you have to take the shot, but it's still too early to wrap up this one just yet.
CM Punk, Eddie Guerrero, two of the best to ever do it in that ring. They've crossed paths before Punk joined WWE.
Indeed, Cole. These two men engaged in multiple battles on the independent circuit during Eddie's brief time away from WWE when Punk was still an in-ring rookie. Punk's raw skills at that point sharpened Eddie enough for Eddie to return to WWE and become a world champion.
But now Punk has the skills and in-ring knowledge that equals that of Latino heat. So you better believe Punk is determined to prove he's the better competitor tonight. Boom!
Oh, what are they going to do here? Oh, the clover leaf! Check out the torque on the back.
Really trying to work free here, and Punk's able to escape.
Ooh, one step ahead there. CM Punk and Eddie Guerrero had a few matches with one another in 2002, which was less than 5 years removed from Punk's in-ring debut, only 3 years from when he decided to pursue professional wrestling full-time.
Even that early in his career. CM Punk was known as an indie darling, a pro wrestling wunderkind. But Punk has said that being in the ring with Eddie back then made him realize that he had a lot left to learn. It would be 4 years after their initial encounters that Punk would finally make his way to WWE.
True to his in-ring form, it shows Punk's a diligent planner when it comes to in-ring competition. He could have rushed his way into WWE and challenged Eddie again, but who knows how Punk would have... formed with less time learning his craft. Now, he's the best in the world, and he's ready to show Latino Heat everything he's got.
Ooh, stiff punch. You know, so often when we have these dream matches, there's some sort of stipulation involved. But for Eddie and Punk, tonight's a pure wrestling match.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. Yes, both men are known to lie, cheat, and steal, but there's an art form to doing so within the limits of the rulebook. Plus, even though both men have lived in the land of extreme, I have a feeling both men will fight with honor tonight. Right to the kidneys from behind. Russian leg sweep.
And he goes crashing to the outside, taking things to the outside. CM Punk squaring off against Eddie Guerrero. And just listen to this crowd here in Chicago.
They are feeling the heat indeed. The ring psychology we're about to witness from these two is something that will be studied for years.
Two men who met decades ago before either one reached their heights, but now Punk and Eddie are so evenly matched. This already might be a match
from the top. Diving double axe handle. Up the rope he goes.
From above.
Soaring. Cross body from the top.
Yeah, but that was a lot of energy used.
This is going to be a slow, methodical match as much as it'll be a psychological one. Right now, I really can't tell who's got the advantage.
Punk and Eddie are so technically matched, I really think this one's going to come down to opportunities. Not only who can create them, but ultimately who can capitalize the fastest when those opportunities arise.
Check out the springboard. Clothesline.
CM Punk looking to shot. Double underhook, struggles with the lift. Big clothesline.
CM Punk, Eddie Guerrero, two of the best to ever do it. And shoulders down, this might do it. Kick out before the 1 count.
That was not even close to keeping him down. Good reflexes from him there.
Russian leg sweep.
CM Punk looking to show off his power game now. Double underhook backbreaker.
Russian leg sweep. Eddie unprepared here.
Hoisted up, but too heavy, and now counted out.
And a clothesline counter.
You know, so often when we have these dream matches, there's some sort of stipulation involved. But for Eddie and Punk, tonight's a pure wrestling match.
I wouldn't have it any other way. Yes, both men are known to lie, cheat, and steal, but there's an art form to doing so within the limits of the rulebook. Plus, even though both men have lived in the land of extreme, I have a feeling both men will fight with honor tonight.
Punk looking to impose his will on his opponent, and a backbreaker.
Oh, and he manages to reverse.
Brutal club. Ooh. CM Punk has an in-ring IQ that's second to none. But I wonder if even he can play for a man who immortalized the phrase lie, cheat, and steal.
Corey, let's not discount that Punk has shown he can be underhanded as well. But something we know about Eddie is that he knows
Sky high. A huge impact. And guys, Eddie's going to need to dig deep into his playbook if he wants to come back against Punk now. And the momentum is shifting away from Eddie.
Punk proving he's seen this movie before, and Eddie can't find an opening here. And it looks like, yeah, he's donning the crimson mask after that move.
hard hitting. Oh my gosh, what it...
Outside of WWE, Punk and Eddie have had a handful of matches. But when it comes to singles bouts, the record between these men is tied at 1 win apiece, with a time limit draw as well.
You cannot ask for a more even rivalry than that, Michael Cole. Each man is going to pull out all of the stops to win that final, decisive victory.
And CM Punk is in control.
Punk is not taking his eyes off Eddie for...
Inside cradle. Rolling in this small package. No, Eddie Guerrero says not yet.
There's some...
He's got the shoulders down. This is it. Shoulders up before two. Wow.
And a well-placed calf kick there.
Shoulders down. CM Punk might have him. No, stops the count at two.
He's got to be running on fumes at this point.
Incoming.
Moves from the ring to the outside.
Punk sidesteps out of that.
Here he comes, sliding back into the ring. Guerrero's falling victim to the onrush right now.
Guerrero is showing some vulnerabilities in his game. Hard-hitting back fist.
Wards that off. What a response. Oh, drop kick. And that prevents Eddie's attack. Spin kick to the midsection.
Mongolian chop. Devastating elbow strike.
Eddie with a reversal.
Series of counters here. Who will finally capitalize?
Gets out of dodge.
Shin breaker. Punk scaling the turnbuckles. Up high.
Oh, compressing them with a splash.
And Punk is really putting the pressure on.
Smothering offense from Punk here.
Another targeted attack to his head and neck area. He has to be careful. Running Hurricane Rana.
Fantastic. Latino Heat bringing a bit of a simmer to CM Punk as he starts to register some attacks.
Using the arm like a billy club.
As into the corner, thinking of the next move.
Looking for a scoop slam, but from behind.
Reversed into an inverted DDT.
Look at the high frog splash.
Two men giving everything they have. Their legacies, their pride, all on the line tonight.
Yeah, and neither Eddie or Punk look like they're willing to concede victory yet. Wrapped with a Mongolian chop.
Oh, driving the elbow. And an elbow. And with more punishment landing on the body, he must be getting winded.
I think that's something of an understatement, actually.
Ooh, and he stops that offense.
Look at this, going counter for counter. Ooh!
A steady stream of...
Nice movement from Punk, and the Uranagi connects, and...
able to reach the ropes and break the hold. Beautiful. Might sneak one. And a kick out at two.
Not an easy escape, but staying alive for the moment here.
Punk pounding away. Now he's going to go up to the top rope. What on earth does CM Punk got planned here?
Punk looking to go for broke. Underhooks both arms. Here we go from the very top turnbuckle. The plunge. That's one hell of an exclamation mark.
Now with the cover.
That's got to be it.
Punk did it here in Chicago.
Here is your winner.
Slingshot tech creating matches I only thought could happen in my wildest dreams is pretty awesome. But I see another application that, to this point, has not been attempted. I want to see Slingshot tech show me what could have been, too. One of the questions I get more than anything else is some variant of, what do you think would have happened if you stayed with WWE in 2014? Now we have a perfectly viable tool to at least attempt an answer. Hopefully, Slingshot tech is up to the task. While I may not know too much about what the future could have held, I do know that Triple H himself, after having sent his corporate goons after me following the Royal Rumble that year, was sizing me up for a matchup at WrestleMania 30. And I do know that if that match actually happened, I would have absolutely humiliated him in front of the world. Now, there's no question in my mind I'd have run right through him. I'd waited years for this chance. After all his tricks during the summer of 2011, bringing in his friends to attack me, using his corporate position to constantly stack the deck against me.
I'm not picking a fight. I'm just saying be careful who you push. Because you know I like to push back.
I was ready to bring it all back to him tenfold. I'd have buried him. But let's see if you can breathe life into my words. WrestleMania 30, CM Punk takes on Triple H. Time to play the game? Well, Hunter, I hope you realize that CM Punk doesn't play.
CM Punk, Triple H, set for one-on-one action tonight. The championship main event implications on the other side of this match.
Triple H looking to dash CM Punk's WrestleMania main event dreams, stating that he he's only doing what's best for business. Triple H has served as a proper roadblock for Punk this long. Can he continue?
Watch out!
And nobody home on that one.
Legs caught. And CM Punk with an incredible opportunity tonight has been wrestling since the age.
Let me stop you there, Cole. What about the
Flying. Wow! Cross body!
Punk looking to impose his will.
Double underhook, trying to muscle them over and
Backdropping their way out of danger.
he's in for something bad.
Trying for the double underarm hook.
I don't know what she's after down there, but I'm sure it's something to help her client secure the win. There's a lot to say about these men's thoughts about our business. Who is right or wrong could be a matter of opinion, but I'll admit, most of the WWE Universe certainly sides with CM Punk.
It's because they can relate to him, Wade. Look at Triple H's head. A guy that looks like CM Punk doesn't belong in the ring with someone that looks like the King of Kings.
But look at CM Punk's career. The accolades have shown Triple H to be wrong. CM Punk is WrestleMania main event caliber, and literally the only thing standing in the way of that reality is Triple H, the COO of the company.
Momentum is really on Punk's side.
With this offensive onslaught, Punk clear.
These two are clearly fired up, going blow for blow.
Oh! Looks like a hockey fight's just broken out.
No end in sight to this exchange.
The willpower, the sheer guts of these two.
Ooh.
Each exchange just sapping the energy from these two. Oh.
Exhaustion setting in, and neither one of them is letting up.
CM Punk looking to show off his power game now. That's a fly backbreaker.
Punk really wants... Trying armbar, triangles in.
Triple H in a tight spot. Here, attempts to break the hold, and does it.
The game, Triple H with a couple of punches, going to now reverse whip his opponent across the ring and deliver a knee to the face.
Oh, made him pay with a rake across the eyes.
Oh, jaw-rocking shot. And a quick schoolboy out of nowhere.
The rope save him.
Well spotted by our official.
Man, that is going to leave some serious welts.
Point of the elbow, nailed it.
The seeds of this battle go back to CM Punk's frustrations with the company. Seeing head figures not listen to the people, not give the best in the world his due.
Yeah, Punk wasn't going to take it anymore. The brass never wanted a guy like CM Punk to succeed. Never wanted to acknowledge his cult of personality. And now Punk is forcing the COO to take notice on our industry's biggest night of the year.
Oh, what a back fist.
Reversal from the game. Connects. Saw it coming.
Oh, she has bad intentions now. Removing the turnbuckle pad.
Clubbed with the back fist.
Spinning kick to the gut.
Goodness, vicious back fist on target.
We're seeing more offense directed toward the head.
A smart strategy in any situation. And again, his head is the target of this attack.
At this point, I don't know how he's still standing.
Waist lock. Able to counter. Look at fighting out. Big right hand. Unloaded. Spin kick to the midsection. But there's been a lot of damage to the head. His head has taken the brunt of the offense tonight.
Yeah, and head trauma is always something to be concerned about. Catches the boot, and now
Spectacular counter into a dragon screw. And a stomp to the gut.
rising to his feet, but he's still looking glassy-eyed.
Grabbed by Triple H.
Jeez, you might break a neck that way.
And the cerebral assassin taking pleasure in every attack he delivers.
There's a running Triple H with the pin, looking to end it. It only gets a 1 count.
The wear and tear of this match only affecting him slightly, it seems.
He answers right back. Oh, clothesline.
And somehow Punk and Triple H still have enough left in the tank to keep this fight going.
They're two of the most...
Punk now looking to reap the benefits of this dominance, dragging his opponent up onto the turnbuckles. High risk, high reward. You're down right, the plunge.
Will that be the deciding factor?
Transitions into the pin. Is this it? Punk did it. Punk's going to the main event of WrestleMania.
Here is your winner, CM Punk.
The best thing about defeating Triple H at WrestleMania 30 is the spot it granted me in its main event later that night, a full 11 years before I'd actually see that dream fulfilled. The worst part? I'd be entering battle at less than 100% against Randy Orton and Batista. Great. Batista had won the 2014 Royal Rumble, locking him into a match with WWE World Heavyweight Champion and my old pal, the Viper himself, Randy Orton. But my match with Triple H came with that added stipulation where the winner would join the match and make it a triple threat. This time, though, I'm going to let you choose who you want to control. Would Randy Orton have walked out of his matchup still on top? Would Batista unleash the animal within for another dominant victory? Or would that kid from Chicago shock the world and win 2 matches at WrestleMania against 3 of WWE's most dominant and imposing figures? I don't know for sure what will happen, but I do know what I'd like to see. Well, what is it that you want to see when CM Punk takes on Randy Orton and Batista in the main event of WrestleMania 30?
Three men competing for the ultimate prize. CM Punk. Randy Orton. Batista. But only Punk had to battle his way into this match by winning a fight against Triple H earlier tonight.
And that's exactly why the #1 question on the minds of this WrestleMania crowd and Punk's opponents is how much does he really have left? Can Punk go the distance against 2 greats after already dealing with Triple H?
Only one way to find out, and that's in this triple threat match. Orton and Batista had to be rooting for Triple H. He could have collusion on the mind right now, so CM Punk is in for the fight of his life. You know, Batista... and Orton were complaining for a couple of weeks that this match was going to be a triple threat, that they were really promised. Face first, setting up on a Koji clutch. Just broke the hold there.
Being set up in the corner for something.
Sent flying.
I'll just leave it at this. Nobody comes into a match.
And then Schoolboy catching their opponent by surprise. Well, how the turntables.
Rotates out and gets the cover.
kind of risk you need to take to earn the title.
And I've been saying this in the lead up to WrestleMania. The Viper has been lying in wait, and it would be a big mistake to underestimate the champion.
That's a good point, Wade. It's funny, over the past couple of weeks with the stuff going on with Triple H and CM Punk and Batista getting in Stephanie's face, Randy Orton in many ways has almost become an afterthought.
It's hard to believe the WWE World Heavyweight Champion is an afterthought.
Here we go.
Oh, man. Powered up, but dropping behind. Cranking the neck.
Inverted DDT connects. He's headed to the top now. Randy Orton may be one of the most malicious, one of the most vicious superstars we've ever seen in WWE. There's no absence of malice at all from this man.
All facts that CM Punk knows all too well. Years ago, Orton ended Punk's first World Championship reign in unceremonious fashion. He's beaten Punk on big stages before. Randy should have all the confidence in the world when it comes from the top. Locks in the gut wrench.
Suplex.
And Orton just with nowhere to turn on that exchange.
Big time. Thumb buster. Thunderous.
Batista making it all look so
Look out.
Batista bomb. Championship on the line. This could be it.
Going up to the turnbuckle here. Boom. And a big, from way up, a double axe handle. Gonna use the kendo stick. A crossface.
An absolutely Herculean feat of power.
Needs to escape and does. Gets free from that painful hold. Watch out. Off the mark. Oh, did you hear that?
Ooh, merciless looking blow. Got him in the corner now.
Uh-oh. Lifted it. Got it corner to corner.
And this one is coming down to whose body can hang on the longest.
They're all hanging by a thread now. Blinged across the way.
Perched up top.
Oh, the high risk gave no reward there.
And you can tell Punk is still feeling the effects of his match against Triple H.
Whack! This is turning into Swanson Street. Jeez, that's going to leave a mark.
Batista launching a savage attack.
Batista's ridiculous power is a huge problem for Randy.
On the shoulders and a slam. From way up, a double axe handle. Punk opting to head to the outside now.
Batista trying to bring the audience along.
Hooked up, DDT. Oh, look at this. Neck breaker after the float over. That was pretty. What's Batista putting in? Uh-oh. Strong counter from Punk. Ouch.
The animal on the receiving end. Unrelenting triple threat action.
Ah, what a neck breaker.
Regal Plex.
Boom.
Spin kick to the midsection. And pure cheapness we just saw with that attack.
Driving a fist to the stomach changes things around.
Neck breaker after the float over. That was pretty.
And now unloading rights on his opponent.
Beautiful.
See, Punk knows what's at stake.
Punk peppered his opponent with attacks. its grip.
He's struggling to fight out of this submission.
He's given up, but you can tell his opposition doesn't care one bit.
Bringing out the kendo stick, and you know it's on now. Punk sidesteps out of that. CM Punk hoists his opponent.
Batista is feeling it now. This fight is pumping him up.
There's two.
He's done it. CM Punk with a major upset here against Orton and Batista.
And the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion, CM Punk.
The Second City Saint is marching on Bourbon Street.
I'll say, Punk started his night by beating Triple H and has now ended it with a triumphant victory over Randy Orton and Batista. The road to the title does not get much harder than that.
Closing out WrestleMania 30 by appearing in my first ever WrestleMania main event? It's a hell of a start to this alternative timeline. In a world as absolutely chaotic as WWE, calling future shots is nearly impossible. You could win Money in the Bank, you call your shot for a match down the line, and then get taken out by injury. Your best friend might turn on you right as you're about to claim tag team gold. The best laid plans, at least in WWE, often go astray. But in 2015, something swept through WWE that I know would have piqued my interest. After capturing the United States Championship from Rusev at WrestleMania 31, John Cena would hold the U.S. Open Challenge each week on Raw. Names like Sami Zayn, Big E, Rusev, Cody Rhodes, and Seth Rollins all answered the call and gave it their best shot. With the history shared between myself and John, you're nuts if you think I wouldn't have accepted that challenge. I'd have waited a couple months, maybe with a slight hope that Cena would start to feel the fatigue that comes with weekly title defenses. But once summer hit, that's when I'd start getting ready. Like, say, July 27th, 2015, when the music for John Cena's opponent hits. What if that night? What if CM Punk walked through that curtain? Would I take another championship from a shell-shocked Cena? Or would my name join the rest of those who failed to take him down? It's up to you, really. Can John Cena turn back another challenge? Or will CM Punk be crowned the new United States champion? Create the moment that you want to last forever.
Following contact.
Cena defending the title against anyone, anytime, and tonight it's CM Punk's time.
Week after week, Cena's US Open Challenge has been can't miss TV. But tonight is the biggest defense yet. CM Punk attempting to win his very first US title. It's really the only major title he's never held.
Well, with that in mind, it really does feel like there's even more on the line here than just the U.S. title. The anti-authority versus the face of WWE. This is a clash of epic proportions.
Yeah, and I think Punk's trying to send a message to everyone here tonight. If he doesn't get what he deserves, he'll simply take it.
Oh, on the apron, lifting it up into the ring. Bam! Suplex.
Gentlemen, it is always a treat to see CM Punk and John Cena face off in a championship match. The last 2 times that Punk challenged Cena for a title held by the franchise, they were 2 of the greatest matches in WWE history.
CM Punk versus John Cena at Money in the Bank 2011 and their rematch at SummerSlam were both classics.
Nice takedown. Stack them up. The challenger is going for it. The champ lifts his shoulder up before one there.
He completely powered out of that pin attempt.
Switched it up with a face buster, and that will alter your profile.
Cena has to be feeling pretty confident with the champion's advantage on his side here. Yeah, but you better believe that's only going to
add fuel to the fire for Punk. This isn't just about what the U.S. title would mean to him. This is about dismantling Cena and proving once again that he's a better competitor than the franchise. You cannot understate how much of a mental advantage Punk has in this one. The best in the world has known for a long time he was going to answer John Cena's call tonight. But Cena, he just found out a few minutes ago.
Punk having the mental advantage is always troublesome to an opponent, but I speak from experience when I say that no matter how much the deck is stacked against John Cena, he will find a way to overcome the odds. He's called Big Match John for a reason. Putting him in the corner for something here. Short arm clothesline connects.
He's looking to go high risk from the top rope. And Cena finds blast off. Crossbody from the top. This is what it's going to take. You have to go all out if you want that title.
Incoming!
Splash! High risk. Clearly providing high reward again and again.
Turning the tables.
A string of counters.
Reversal after reversal, proving they did their homework.
Dismantling the arm in the corner. Gotta hurt.
Punk's early advantage due to the element of surprise starting to slip away.
Punk wasting no motion on the counter. Guys, I've been doing this for almost 2 decades, and I've never seen a fighting champion quite like John Cena right now.
But you're right, Cole. Granting weekly title shots to mystery opponents is gutsy on a level even the greatest champions in history would shy away from.
And said great champions include CM Punk, who defended his world title at nearly every premium live event during his 434-day reign, with plenty of additional defenses on global television. You have to think part of the reason that Punk is doing this is to prove that his reign is still one of the best we've seen this decade.
Oh, he flips that around. Ooh, what a kick.
Oh, big back fist connects.
Double leg takedown, got the shoulders down. There's the pin for the champion.
Stopping the count, and I don't know why he won't just end this already.
Big time height on that kick.
Finds the mark.
Direct and brutal impact. Driving that knee deep into the enemy.
And continuing to focus the attack on the head.
At this point, it's going to be hard for him to shake those cobwebs loose. Struck with a calf kick.
Cena has no control here.
Punk's technical prowess is proving hard to handle for Cena here.
CM Punk looking to turn out the lights.
Go to sleep.
It just got as bad as it could for the champ.
Here we go. Cover. 2. Shoulder still holding on to the title.
And this is why they are the champ. The ability to survive even the worst their challengers have to offer.
Cena have to be digging down to their deepest reserves right now.
They look absolutely...
Face first. Set up.
It's locked in, the Koji clutch.
This is a bad spot. He's all tied up in that hold.
Testing the thresholds of pain tolerance. A tap out could be imminent. CM Punk.
Here is your winner, and the new United.
Adding another classic encounter with John Cena is always the right call, and answering that U.S. Open challenge is something I know I would have done if I was around for it. I also know exactly what my plan would have been at the start of 2016. Now, as you may recall, it was at the Royal Rumble that year where AJ Styles finally made his WWE debut.
The phenomenal one is here, AJ Styles.
It's one of those moments where it felt like time stood still. Everyone trying to come to grips with the fact that, yes, AJ Styles is now in WWE. His arrival opened the door for a litany of dream matches. And in that time, he's made many of them happen, battling top names brave enough to step up to him. And you better believe that if I was here, I would have walked to the ring that very first Raw after the Royal Rumble, and I would have set down the challenge. CM Punk, AJ Styles, WrestleMania 32. AJ and I have traveled many of the same roads in our respective careers, but unfortunately, they never led us to having a proper one-on-one matchup in WWE. I respect AJ. He's another wrestler that made his name his way.
Since 1998, this man has competed all over the world.
I earned the right to be here in the WWE.
Getting the chance to be his first WrestleMania opponent, it's too good to pass up. As usual, it's up to you. Do you want to prove to be the best, or is being phenomenal more to your speed? They don't want none? Oh, believe me, I want it all.
And the time has come to finally answer the question of just who really is the best in the world. The phenomenal AJ Styles, the Second City Saint CM Punk, face-to-face in a WWE ring. On the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania.
Styles and Punk have traveled up and down the same roads.
And the time has come to finally answer the question of just who really is the best in the world. The phenomenal AJ Styles, the Second City Saint CM Punk, face-to-face in a WWE ring on the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania.
Styles and Punk have traveled up and down the same roads, wrestled in the same high school gyms and armories, competed internationally, and
going to the cover. And he kicks out.
Just using the cover to drain out some energy.
Yanked down with an arm drag.
Both CM Punk and AJ Styles are known to attract followers. Whether it's a club or a society, each man frequently has backup at their beck and call.
One. I will thank you for not bringing up the new Nexus, Michael Cole, but I will tell you this much. I firmly believe this match will be a one-on-one affair. When it's it's a match of this caliber on a stage as big as WrestleMania, you don't want to leave any doubt as to who the better man is, and that doubt sets in the moment that reinforcements come into play.
Styles and Punk have obviously competed against each other outside WWE. How's that past experience and familiarity going to come into play here tonight?
Lift off!
Oh, and nobody's there!
I've been very fortunate to have faced off with both of these men earlier in their careers. I've spent time with each of them outside of the ring, and I can...
From the sky!
Wow! Cross body!
AJ has to realize now he's in...
From the top!
From the top with the splash!
Takes a lot of guts to try that again right away.
Planning something big here.
Take off!
Crushing impact on a splash.
There it is. He could end it here.
Kick out before the ref's count.
He's not letting anyone get away with a lazy pin. Quick evasion from him there.
Big night for AJ Styles making his WrestleMania debut. Punk has been here quite a few times. We've seen Punk fight fair at WrestleMania, but just as often we'll see him cut corners.
Indeed, in the past we've seen Punk call in reinforcements against Rey Mysterio using
Face first. All set now.
It's locked in. The Koji.
Not sure what he's thinking. Letting go here. Triangle armbar. Triangle armbar submission. And he's releasing the hold. I guess he might have something else in mind here. He's hurled out and crashes down to the floor.
CM Punk and AJ Styles are both absolute geniuses when it comes to in-ring IQ. Both have great striking and submission skills as well. But the outlying categories will be what defines this match.
I'm with you 100% on that, Corey. AJ Styles has the edge when it comes to aerial attacks. CM
Driven under the steel.
That'll leave a diamond-plated mark anywhere on your body. Calf kick on the money.
Oh, elbow drop right on target.
And Styles is going to need a phenomenal comeback to overcome CM Punk at this point. The count continues.
Time to get back in there.
Was getting opponent lifted up. Jaw, meet knee. Got to slip.
Is it enough to put Styles away?
Oh, and shoulders down. Got the cover.
And Punk gets the big win over Styles.
An honest dream match for any era, and you made it happen. That's the power of Showcase. I've said it repeatedly that it's impossible for me to predict a hypothetical scenario with precision, but I have to believe that if I was here in 2019, I would have done anything to get to the front of the line to beat Kurt Angle's final opponent at WrestleMania 35.
He has held every title imaginable. European champion, Intercontinental champion, 6-time world champion.
Not many people know this, but when I first joined the ECW brand in 2006, Kurt Angle was my goal. He'd found new life with the brand, leaning into the extreme side of things, mauling his opponents with a reinvigorated approach to the ground and pound offense. But those dreams would go unrealized with Kurt leaving WWE only about a month after my arrival. I could see it all in my head, though. Kurt comes out on Raw to announce that he'll be retiring at WrestleMania. With the crowd already shocked, Kurt goes to announce his opponent, only I wouldn't give him that chance. See, I really don't care who Kurt's chosen, because as I'd say to Kurt's face, I've chosen Kurt to be my opponent at WrestleMania 35. If Kurt wins, he gets to go out on top. But when I get the win, Kurt at least had the chance to go out on a shield against an opponent willing to push him to his limits. Kurt's retirement will happen one way or another, but it's up to you to decide who will be standing at the top of the winner's podium and who will have to settle for a silver medal when I collide with Kurt Angle at WrestleMania 35.
It was CM Punk who threw a challenge at Kurt Angle. Said he wanted to give Kurt the chance to see if he could take down the best in the world in Angle's final match. What a better place to do it than at WrestleMania.
Yeah, how could Kurt resist? Angle and Punk have never met in a ring before, but they are known all over the world as two of the best. Now, at last, we get to find out who really is...
Face first. All set up. He makes the choice to abandon the hold. And he's going to the top.
Taking flight. Crossbody from the top.
Any advice for CM Punk here? Taking out a gifted technician like Kurt Angle.
Well, Punk's no slouch when it comes to holds and technical abilities, but let's be clear, he's not on Angle's level. That means Punk really needs to avoid getting taken down to the mat. You don't take off.
And he evades sudden, swift, and brutal impact. Grabs a waistlock, but looking to battle their way out of there.
From the opposition.
Coquina clutch. Coquina clutch. Coquina clutch is in. Time to go night-night.
Raptor. Coquina clutch. Nowhere to go, but there is a way to break it.
Oh, that's a chop you don't want to be on the receiving end of.
Back and forth, back and forth. Looking for the advantage here.
He's stuck now.
Launched with a suplex.
Being flung around like you are nothing. As painful as it is disrespectful.
Turns around Angle's move. Oh, what a lariat. High rent district with CM Punk.
Stalking from above.
Up high. Crossbody from the top.
Ooh, great anticipation. And they're going shot for shot, blow for blow.
Blow after blow. Test of endurance at this point.
Nothing pretty here, just good old-fashioned fisticuffs.
Just emptying everything they've got now. Fatigue more than setting in, but these superstars are refusing to let up. And this crowd is loving every second of it.
And well-timed maneuver there.
And Kurt escapes danger. Oh, what an axe handle. And at this point, Punk is just punishing Kurt, softening him up for an eventual CM Punk walking in the...
Kneeing his way out. And he's free.
Looking for a scoop slam, but from behind, inverted DDT connects. Despite what has transpired leading to tonight, there's a level of respect that CM Punk has for Kurt Angle. Punk might even have love for Angle, but Punk will not be sorry about beating Kurt in his final match. Face first. Setting up. And he decides to let his opponent out of the hold.
Right, it felt like he was losing a grip and didn't want the opposition to counter out with a submission.
Oh, great wherewithal there.
Hoisted up, powerbomb, desperate situation. Simple but effective technique to get out of there. Escape.
Elbows to the face.
With elbows to the face. And no match. Face first.
Set.
The ropes playing a little savior here.
Triangle armbar. Triangles in. Triangles in. After everything he's been through, will he give in right now? Will his body give up?
This hold has him going through hell. Does he
And tapping out. Doesn't want to fight this pain anymore.
Here is your winner, CM Punk!
This was one to remember, and certainly a victory CM Punk will never forget. Forcing Kurt Angle to tap out to end his career with a loss here at the showcase of the Immortals.
A fitting end to an incredible career. Kurt leaves here a warrior who can hold his head high with pride. Angle gave so much to this industry, and we thank him for all he's done.
Maybe it's only in an alternative timeline, but I'll take the advantage of any opportunity to share the ring with Kurt Angle, win or lose. And as far as what happens if I stay in WWE, there's one more match I'll always wish for. Working with him, even if it was only briefly when he joined the new Nexus, made it abundantly clear to me that he would accomplish anything if he ever committed himself to it. A return to NXT gave him that chance, and soon Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family were the talk of the wrestling world. They arrived on the main roster, terrorizing any superstar that got in their way.
And Bray Wyatt calmly watches as his family members dismantle Punk.
That included me. And while I have a match at the 2013 Survivor Series that on paper says was against the Wyatt family, it didn't have Bray Wyatt in it. I never got to compete against him once he realized his potential. I would have loved to have The Fiend set his sights on me. The Fiend took wrestling places it had never been before by taking his opponents places they had never been before. If I had my way, I'd take on The Fiend at WrestleMania 37. And I'd look for solace in the one place that I know to be the great equalizer. Hell in a Cell. He was once in a lifetime. I'm thankful for the time we did have together. But until we meet again, we'll make it happen here in my showcase. CM Punk against The Fiend at WrestleMania. You can choose who you'll control. But once that door closes, there's no telling what will happen.
You can just feel how much tension is in the air here at WrestleMania. CM Punk facing possibly his biggest challenge to date.
There's really no telling what we're about to witness here with The Fiend. We've already seen a lot of diabolical mind games, and I'm sure those are far from over.
This match is going to change Punk forever. Whether he wins or loses, he'll never be the man he was before he entered the cell tonight. That gets reversed on CM Punk.
CM Punk and The Fiend face off against each other at the event that brings out the best in each man. WrestleMania.
You speak the truth, Corey Graves. Every time Punk comes down that ramp at WrestleMania, his next-level competitiveness hits an all-time high. That's why we've seen him have all-time WrestleMania classics against the likes of Rey Mysterio, Randy Orton, and The Undertaker. But as for The Fiend, I need only remind you of what happened last year at WrestleMania. The Fiend lured John Cena into the Firefly funhouse match and destroyed the franchise both physically and mentally.
And since then, John Cena has not been seen in a WWE ring. Gotta wonder if CM Punk will suffer the same fate should the Fiend get his way tonight. This might be one of the most psychological matches. No. Oh, onto the thumbtacks.
That would have been painful without landing on those tacks. I think they're going to go into shock after that. Something that should not get lost in all of this chaos. Before he was the Fiend, before he was Bray Wyatt, the man under that mask was actually a follower of CM Punk.
Yeah, shortly before Bray Wyatt found his way, he was part of CM Punk's new nexus under a different name. You have to wonder if whatever's left of Bray's psyche under that mask still has some respect for Punk. If so, I wonder if the best in the world can somehow use that to gain a mental advantage.
Can he put it away? Reverses the pin, shoulders down. Immediate kick out by Bray.
That may have been an easy kick out, but they'll surely get harder as this match continues.
Turns that in his favor. Well, according to my notes, CM Punk has in-ring experience against Bray Wyatt, but in reality, he's never seen this side of Bray.
Something else to note is that Punk's previous matches with Bray were tag team contests that included the rest of the Wyatt family.
Wow, so Punk's first ever singles match with Bray Wyatt is against the Fiend? I rarely bet against the best in the world, but this is a case where I just might.
He'll make his way to the ring.
Punk now with a quick duck under and a Uranagi converts it into the...
And for some reason, he just broke his own submission hold.
Punk looking to put an end to this living nightmare.
And Punk now lifted.
Uh-oh. Fiend turns the table.
Boom.
Oh, square shot with the back elbows ends that. Backhand hits the target.
Oh, we know what's coming here. Ladies and gentlemen, go to sleep. Is it enough for Punk?
Going right into the pin attempt.
Two. Hangs on by a thread.
Absolutely millimeters away from a 3 count. You don't get many kickouts after that move.
CM Punk thought that was enough. We thought that was enough, but somehow it didn't earn the 3 count.
Just had no way to avoid the tap.
Face first. All set up.
It's locked in, the Koji clutch.
Submission locked in tight. He's got to find a way out of this.
I'm sure he's trying, but he gets up. It is over.
Here is your winner, CM Punk.
I don't know how on earth Punk was able to do it, but he's standing victorious over the Fiend here tonight.
Yeah, but does he really think this will be the end of the nightmares? I think it's just the beginning.
That's a nightmare that can wait until Punk goes to bed tonight. For now, he's just happy to defeat this monster on the grandest stage of them all.
An honor to know him, to have worked with him, and to get one more chance to share the ring with him. Rest in power forever, Bray Wyatt. It's been quite the experience as the focal point of WWE 2K26 Showcase. We've revisited great wins, received a second chance at painful losses, created dream matches that I thought would forever elude me, and even attempted to provide a glimpse at what WWE would have looked like had I stayed. It's been a true privilege. Before we put a bow on it all, I'd like to ask Slingshot Technology for one final match. A match that lives as large as my biggest dreams. The opportunity to team with the best tag team partner in the world, my wife, AJ Lee. 3-time Divas champion, had WWE wrapped around her finger from the moment she arrived. skilled in the ring and potent on the microphone.
The greatest Divas champion of all time. Me!
Remind you of anybody? She even dropped a pipe on of her own.
I have done more in 1 year than all of you have done in your entire collective careers.
A true revolutionary, AJ Lee deserves as much credit for the women's revolution and evolution as anyone, as she fought for every second of television time to lay the groundwork needed to push women's wrestling further than it had ever been before. And since she returned to WWE this past September,
AJ Lee, CM Punk's wife, is here after a decade.
she's been helping remind everybody just how damn great she really is. Now, I'm sure there are people out there saying, but you've teamed with her before. And this is true. But that doesn't change the facts. And the facts are that anytime I get to team up with my wife, it's always a dream come true. Across the ring from us, I can only see WWE's resident it couple, The Miz and Maurice. Miz and I have had our issues through the years. That's hardly a secret. But while we don't see eye to eye on many things, I still appreciate what him and his wife have accomplished in their careers. And it would be an honor to attempt to take the it couple label off them and put it on two people who have proven to move the needle, CM Punk and AJ Lee. So let's close this showcase out in style. You've done incredible work to get this far, and now we'll let you choose how it all comes to an end. Miz and Maurice will want to turn in a performance so awesome that it stops us in our tracks. But let's be real here. This world belongs to punks like me and the missus.
Big-time tag team action underway here as CM Punk and AJ Lee take on the Miz and Maurice.
Yes, and we're about to find out just who is the true ultimate power couple here in WWE.
Well, there's only one it couple, and no offense, but it's not Punk and AJ. The camera loves Miz and Maurice, and Miz and Maurice know that nothing looks better on camera than beating two of the best in the world.
Uh-oh. Fist directly to the gut.
Punk has said on multiple occasions that he doesn't respect The Miz or how he got his start in WWE. I'm sure AJ Lee feels the same about Maurice.
Punk and Lee got into WWE the traditional way, by competing on the independent circuit for years and paying their dues, while Miz and Maurice took the reality route via Tough Enough and Diva Search, respectively.
Well, as a man who put in years of training but also won the first season of NXT, the truth of the matter is that a real WWE superstar will take any opportunity given to them to get their foot in the door. There's no shame whatsoever in how Miz and Maurice got here, and
a quick cover. And there's still plenty of fight left.
Too early in the match to end it.
Oh, look at the mounted thrashing.
And all over the place.
Don't get me wrong, AJ Lee is her own woman and can fight her own battles, but we've seen in the past that CM Punk will defend his family with every fiber of his being. The Miz, on the other hand, sometimes he makes his wife fight his battles. Hides behind his wife when the fight intensifies.
that's because Miz and Maurice are an equal unit. Why should the man always hold the door open? Or the ring ropes, for that matter.
You call it being equal? I just think Miz can be a chicken sometimes. A lot of variables at play in this intergender tag match. All four competitors have been subject to mixed tag rules before, where the men could only fight the men and vice versa. But tonight, intergender fighting is allowed.
And I know both Maurice and AJ Lee have that chip on their shoulder. Maurice has always looked down on CM Punk and would love nothing more than hurting the best in the world. Let's not forget that AJ Lee used to be general manager of Raw, where Miz was a constant nuisance. Now she can let her frustration out without any fear of professional retribution.
Maurice is mostly known today for her reality TV work, but it's easy to forget that she was one of the most dominant competitors of the Divas era.
That she was, Michael Cole. Maurice was the first woman to ever hold the Divas title on more than one occasion, and for the majority of the title. Punk now locking in the Anaconda Vice Grip, and that is since
making a save, keeping their partner from tapping out.
True, but they might not be around to... What's it going to take to end it? It might be this. Go to sleep.
Dim the spotlight, roll the credits. Miz and Maurice are about to exit. There it is. Punk and AJ get the win.
Here are your winners, AJ Lee and CM Punk.
And this should be one hell of a tag team match. The brash CM Punk and AJ Lee taking on the cocky Miz and Maurice. Two teams, not just in this matchup, but in life as well, who couldn't be more different from one another.
It's that blue-collar, scratch-and-claw mentality versus the mentality of having the spotlight in only the finest things in life. Really, it's a tale as old as time.
CM Punk and AJ Lee truly don't like the Miz and Maurice, and believe me, the feeling is mutual. Now all four of these superstars have the chance to let those feelings out in a good old-fashioned tag team match play out. Punk now locks in that double underhook. Hoisted up. Double underhook backbreaker. You know what? I'm just going to say it. I believe CM Punk is jealous of The Miz.
Come on, Wade, jealous? Miz is a Grand Slam champion, sure, but Punk has accomplished even more in WWE.
We can compare resumes all day, Cole, but consider this. Everything Punk wanted to do, Miz did first. Miz joined the main roster first. Miz was the face of WWE first. Miz was doing the late-night talk show circuit first. Miz main evented WrestleMania first, and after tonight...
Quick pin attempt here. And she gets a quick kick out.
Yeah, it's still too early in this match for anything else.
Don't get me wrong, AJ Lee is her own woman and can fight her own battles, but we've seen in the past that CM Punk will defend his family with every fiber of his being. The Miz, on the other hand, sometimes he makes his wife fight his battles. Hides behind his wife when the fight intensifies.
That's because Miz and Maurice are an equal unit. Why should the man always hold the door open? Or the ring ropes, for that matter.
You call it being equal? I just think Miz can be a chicken sometimes. And since this is standard tag team rules, the men can... This could be it. The pin. A kick out before the referee can get to one.
Still fighting the good fight here. Forcefully sent into the corner of the ring.
Maurice is mostly known today for her reality TV work, but it's easy to forget that she was one of the most dominant competitors of the Divas era.
That she was, Michael Cole. Maurice was the first woman to ever hold the Divas title on more than one occasion, and for the majority of the title's history, she was the long... Nice movement from Punk, and the Uranagi connects, and now an Anaconda Vice locked in.
Breaks the hold. Their team is still in this one.
Got out of the way of that one.
Oh my God, in the spine.
That'll make your legs go numb.
The list of accolades for Punk and AJ may be a smidge longer, their in-ring skills may be a smidge higher, but there's one aspect of this that the It couple has over their opponents tonight, and it's the most vital one: experience.
As much as it pains me to agree there, Wade, you're right. Miz and Maurice have stood in the ring against some of the top power couples in wrestling at some of the biggest PLEs in WWE history, including Royal Rumble and WrestleMania.
And for as long as Punk and AJ have known each other off-screen, they've only tagged together for a few brief matches on Raw. Training together is one thing, competing together is another. Punk and AJ are going to have to be fast learners tonight.
Punk has said on multiple occasions that he doesn't respect The Miz or how he got his start in WWE. I'm sure AJ Lee feels the same about Maurice.
Punk and Lee got into WWE the traditional way, by competing on the independent circuit for years and paying their dues. While Miz and Maurice took the reality route via Tough Enough and Diva Search, respect.
Finds the roll-up.
Turning it around, changes it into a cover of their own.
Countered into a new cover. Yeah, no, he doesn't get the three.
That had to take all the energy he's got at this point.
Miz turns it around. AJ Lee recently making her WWE return after a decade away. She spent that time becoming a best-selling author, a TV and movie producer, and getting herself back in the proper mental state to compete again. Seems to have worked.
Quick tag in the corner. Now some double team offense incoming. From the top rope, diving elbow drop.
Dim the spotlight, roll the credits. Miz and Maurice are about to exit stage left.
Arm wringer applied. We're going to crank up the punishment here. Couple of shots to the gutted.
Ooh, and a shot to the body and another.
Taking him to the corner now.
Fends it off. Good count. Face first. All set now. On a Koji clutch locked in. Submission locked in tight. He's got to fight. That's it. That's a tap.
Here are your winners, AJ Lee and CM Punk.
In what may be one of the most emotional wins of their collective careers, CM Punk and AJ Lee proved themselves tonight. For Lee, she proved she deserves to be back on top of the women's division after a long hiatus. For Punk, he proved he's the true face of WWE. And even though his biggest battles were on his own, and Punk famously said that he's not here to make friends, this industry is what gave him what matters most, his family.
CM Punk has had so many knives put in his back, so many acrimonious splits. When it comes to those who ride for Punk, he will stand by their side every step of the way.
And there's nobody who stands closer to CM Punk.
Truly, truly fantastic. Facing a litany of all-time WWE greats, crossing through time and space itself, testing out new technology, we've experienced a showcase like no other and had a huge part in how it all ended up. How does it feel? What are you even talking into? I'm not holding a microphone, man. You gamers are weird, you know that? The classics never get old. Seriously, though, you should be proud of what you've accomplished here. Showcase built its name on ideals of honor and legacy and tradition and greatness, and I think I did them all justice here today. When we honor the past, when we keep the names of legends alive long after they're gone, we show respect to them for their own journeys. And here in the WWe2k26 showcase, I know we did things a little differently. Hell, there's some people out there that choose to do a full gauntlet instead of taking it one step at a time. Insanity, but that's the point. We only get one go. And if you don't do it as authentically as possible, if you don't do it your way, then why even bother? I built my entire career on that approach. Some love it, some don't, but you can't win them all. And if you try, you will drive yourself crazy. So always do what's in your heart. Always. Thank you for letting me do the whole 2K showcase a little differently. Thank you for always having my back. And thank you for showing that a true underground kid can one day be the most mainstream success, as long as they stay true to themselves. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a dog waiting for me.